Aw, yeah. Look at that smug little otter face. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make our fully mutated otters and the zoo enclosure. So, otters need water, and we have water here. This is the only water in the zoo area. Unfortunately, there is no mod or anything to actually put water in other places. So unfortunately, this is what I'm gonna have to kind of use for the otters little play area. So I kind of want to make like a fountain of some sort. I think I should be able to figure that out. I think I'm savvy enough with all the building materials in here to kind of make something fun for the otters to play in. I don't know. But we've also got some presents here from Ocean Rose, one of the patrons. I may have said that wrong. It's been a minute since I've looked at the name. But we got a couple fully mutated Archaeopteryx here, which look pretty cool. This white and red and sky blue one, and then obviously that amazing cyan, lime, or super bright green, neon green. There. Oh, thanks for pooping on camera, dude. What are you doing? And then we got a fully mutated wolf there as well. So pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. And we've actually got the winner of the mutation competition that was on Sunday. If you guys haven't checked out that episode already, it was a lot of fun. Asmodean won the battle of the day, and you guys voted for it. Guess who won? Number 8 by Blue. I believe the name was Goulash. Yeah. So this is the winner. This one gets to go into the zoo enclosure. I don't know why I'm trying to ride it. It's not claimed. I cannot ride it right now. So I'll have to have them come over and unclaim it so I can put it into the zoo so they desire, and they will win a weapon and armor piece of their choice. So pretty freaking cool. I really like those episodes. So let me know if that's definitely something you guys want to see in the future. We're doing it again this Sunday, and if you want to vote for what actually goes inside of the zoo, don't forget to watch those episodes and vote. And you guys have been requesting a tour of the zoo, so that's today. Oh yeah, get excited. Zoo tour. I botched everything up. It's a disaster. I figured I'll start from back here and kind of just go around. So, dire bear enclosure. We had 2 dire bears. They were both on wander. One escaped somehow. So I really like this enclosure. This was actually the first time I tested out my little rock cave building strategy, and it's not quite as good as I did it with the direwolves, which you'll see in a little bit. This was kind of like the first iteration of my messing around with these. It ended up being really cool. I might actually mess around with it a bit more in the future. This is also the pen where I learned how to use these windows more effectively to make the zoo, like this big glass window here to look at the bears. That's freaking cool. It looks exactly like, well, maybe, I mean, as close as you can get an arc to an actual zoo enclosure. So we had 2 bears. The second one has since vanished, so I took this one off of wandering because I don't want this one to get lost as well. And you can stare at the bears right through this window, get your face eaten if you so desire. It's a suicide window. Don't use it. Just imagine there's glass there. That's all. Just imagine there's glass. So that is the dire bear zoo enclosure. And then we can go this way. I'm going to take up a lot of time with this walkthrough, I think. More time than I anticipated. This is our little Equus area. I usually have everything on wander, but for I've been actually leaving base a lot more than usual the past couple days for episodes or things that I was trying to record. So I had to take everything off wander so it didn't get lost. And this is actually my Equus breeding pit, or medium dino breeding pit. For those of you who haven't seen it, this thing is amazing for breeding medium dinos. They can't actually walk under this one high gap, so you can put all of your dinos in there, and the babies will walk out through here, and then you can claim them down here. It's pretty freaking cool. And I was actually planning this to be a spot where you can walk in and actually ride the Equus. So I'm gonna put like a Gigantopithecus here as like the entrance person to be able to buy tickets from to ride the Equus on a little pony ride or something. And then we've got the Mesopithecus. Oh yeah. The army of mutated Mesopithecus. Look at them. Things got a little out of control on here. They got their groove on while I wasn't paying attention, so there's like a billion of them. It's not that crazy of a zoo enclosure. You can also notice that the monkeys could theoretically climb the tree and then completely destroy your face, because that's what monkeys do. And they can throw poop at you. This should really be surrounded in glass. In retrospect, I need to surround this in glass. People are going to get poop thrown at them all the time. And this was my sad attempt at a Mesopithecus breeding area. It works. It's just not great because the baby monkeys actually get stuck in the butts. So the theory was, like, if they got stuck in the butts, you could go through this door and then claim all the babies and stuff through. Oh, there's still Mesopithecus up here. What are you guys doing? Get out of here. So, yeah, this is all technically one little area. The thing was you're supposed to be able to go in here and play with all the babies and stuff like that. I don't know. Kind of just interesting, I guess. And then you've got your nice benches here to look at the amazing view of the castle. For those of you wondering where this is on the map, it's the big-ass castle on the top left side. Here, I need to fix my field of view. That is better. All right, now we can actually see. So it is at basically 2040. Big-ass castle, can't miss it. There's some Spinos down there. Interesting. So we've got some benches and stuff for you to sit and relax and get poop thrown at you. Pretty good time. It's the best of times, really. So let's go ahead and go straight across to the Calicotherium pit. Now, I was kind of envisioning this as a giraffe feeding area, because when you go to a zoo, you can go up to this little high spot and actually feed the giraffes like leaves and stuff. I forget exactly what it is, or carrots. I don't know. It's different at every place you go. So the Calicotherium can actually reach up here when they sit on their hind legs. So I figured that would be pretty cool, and they can sniff your butt when you're walking by if they so desire. And you can walk all the way around. It's pretty cool. We've also got the glass in this under walkway as well, which I think turned out really well. And I do want to actually go around and decorate the zoo enclosure a little bit more. Or not the zoo enclosure, but basically the exhibits themselves. Put benches and flowers and all that stuff. But I'm kind of waiting for the actual, like, to actually be done to see how laggy it gets, because if it gets way too laggy, then that's going to be an issue. So people aren't going to want to come hang out in the lag. Then we got our Uranus massive glass wall enclosure, which is pretty nice, I do say. The only thing I don't like are these little lines. I was debating putting like some wood pillars and stuff to kind of get rid of those, but I'm really proud of our Uranus mutations. And you can actually go all the way around this thing. You can go this way. I don't know why there's a wyvern there. Just chillaxing and get a view from here. You can tickle this one's booty. You want some booty tickles? Yeah, you like those booty tickles, don't you? So this is a pretty cool pen. I wish I could have made it bigger, because obviously when they're on wander, this one just got stuck in this tree and has been there for like a week now. But you know, we don't have a lot of room for 100 different dinos. Oh, I forgot to fix that glass wall. I still have got to change the transparency on these glass walls and get that one all in one piece. And then you've got your nice upper deck view, which I think is pretty cool. They can come up and like sniff you. They can't actually sniff you through the glass, but I don't know. I like it. It came out pretty good. We need some benches and stuff, and there's a nice view here when it's not foggy. And I'm going to put other like smaller attractions down there as well, depending on how laggy the whole build gets. So you can have a view of all that. And then we can go down here. And this right here is actually my small dino hatchery. So I decided to make this so I could actually see the bellies and all the mutations and stuff. So having these glass walls or glass ceilings made that a lot easier. I haven't done any small dino hatching in a hot minute, and I really don't do much hatching videos here, but I think it would be pretty cool, like, if you were at a zoo to be able to go into the hatching, because you can actually do that at some zoos where they have like these little baby raising areas. So I thought that would be cool. You can actually walk under here and see the little babies walking around and stuff. I don't know, just a weird idea. It needs some decorations. It needs a sign. I need to make a sign for it. Lots of stuff needs to be made for it. Now, let's go ahead and go back over this way. There's the Mesopithecus. Now, this is the first zoo enclosure we made. The Megalania, the mutated Megalania pit. I actually need to fix these glass walls to make it match with what I did recently with getting rid of these metal bars on each side. So, not too fancy. Let's go ahead and see if we can get in here. I don't have a door or anything to get in, so we actually have to fly in. Now, he likes to hang out in here for some reason. He is still on wander, but every time I take him out, he goes right back into his corner and hides. So it's a pretty anticlimactic enclosure. You really can't see him. He's always hiding. He had a partner. Partner ran away. It happens. But there's also this little walkway up top, which I'll show you in a second. And they've got all these nice little rocks that they can walk on, and or chillax on, and vines all over the glass, which I might start doing in some of the builds here soon. I think it's a nice little effect. I don't know. But I do definitely have to fix these glass walls. So we can actually go over here and go up and get a nice aerial view of it. And then there's these glass walls here that you can walk on and get a nice good view of the mutated Megalania. Also, this thing could theoretically climb right out of here, but just ignore that, okay? They're like declawed or something. I don't know. Use your imagination for why they don't escape. Ah, and then the mutated beaver pen. Oh, I forgot to take the saddle off. There we go. Let's take this saddle off. Bam! We can put you guys on wandering now, too. Although, sometimes they do escape. So this pen has a nice actual little beaver chilling area, so they can hide from people. This is actually the only zoo enclosure that has its own house. That's because I love beavers. Beavers are amazing. That's right. Beavers are my favorite. And jumping out of the pen like a boss. So yeah, this is the beaver zoo enclosure. I think it's pretty good. It definitely needs water. Unfortunately, there is no mod for putting water in anything. Hint, hint to any mod creators out there. If you do that, I will literally love you forever. So this brings us to the entrance, which I haven't completely completed. That was redundant. But it is what it is. Some of it accidentally got destroyed during a little bit of a fight. Things happen, but I do have to finish this. I'm actually going to put Gigas out in the front, and they're not going to be wandering. I think it would be really cool, though. Maybe just imagine them stuffed or something. I don't know. But this is the entrance. This is where I put stuff for our events right now. This really needs a lot of work. I'm actually working on getting all of our patrons put onto the walls here. So that's something I'm going to work on this week, I think, is getting all of the patrons' icons onto here. That are in that Patreon tier, as well as over there. And you got some desks and stuff. I don't know. This is actually a Troodon pen. And looks like there's... What the hell was that? Oh, it's a beaver over there. And we've got a dodo pen over here. Both of these need a lot of work, and I think I can make them look significantly better. I put a hold on this because I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to go about building enclosures and stuff. But I did finally get the saber-tooth enclosure made, which I actually like quite a bit. It came out really well. And so we've got a bunch of saber-tooths in here. The mutations came out really nice, especially this yellow and red mutation. And the cyan and white. Oh yeah, cyan, white, and blue. I don't know. I like them a lot. So they got a lot of room to roam around. It's one of the bigger enclosures for a smaller dino. And let's actually go this way. And so I need to finish actually building all of this out. It's going to be an open roofed entrance. And I got to put a lot of decorations and stuff into it. It's going to take a bit of time. So you can actually climb all the way up through here. You can walk through this nice little under bit of tree. It comes through some of the parts. It's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty darn good. And you got a nice glass walking area over here. Now, this is the very good version of my rock cave. This came out amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm in love with this spot right now. This is our direwolf enclosure. So we've got a whole pack of direwolves down here. You can walk down and see both the saber-tooths and the direwolves. Now, you guys might say that this narrow area is not big enough for a zoo. That is true, but I'm trying to conserve on area because we don't have a huge area. I'm already halfway through all of this, and we've only got about 10 enclosures, and we got 100 dinos to go through. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I can't really make anything bigger at this point. So we got a bunch of mutated direwolves in here. And these mutations came out really nice. I still feel like the direwolves desperately need a model redone, like their model redone. They're just like the fur isn't nearly as good as the fur is now. I think they're doing them a disjustice by not giving them a nice model update. At least that's my opinion. Maybe they'll do it in the future. But anyways, we got some nice glass. On this side, you can actually look into their little den area. And obviously, you can go up here and do that as well. Now, I was thinking of making like a little cafe or something in the back here. Somebody mentioned that in the comments, and I thought that was a really good idea. Making like the Direwolf Cafe or something. I don't know. They put a better name for it in the comments. I'll have to go look. And there's a really nice view over here, actually. If we can go over here and make it hang out, and you can actually look over all of that. Of course, it's starting to rain now. They're just ruining everything. So let's go down here. And then the Pachyrhino enclosure. This is the last enclosure that we made. This was on Sunday's episode. And this is when we actually started adding some of the colored trees to the zoo, which I think have come out really nice. It's raining right now. Let's go ahead and stop the rain. Never mind. I can't do that. This is a Patreon server. You can fast forward the server to get rid of like weather effects, but there's no actual way to get rid of them without doing that, and I can't fast forward. So this has these nice benches, which I want to add to the rest of the zoo for resting areas. You can actually get to the direwolf area as well. And then this just goes around and gives you an access up into the top of the breeding area, which should be closed, because that's not access for all the visitors. That's only for the people who work here. And then you obviously can walk up this way and go up here. And give the Pachyrhino a little poke in the booty. Boop. Boop. Nope, I missed. I'm terrible. And then this is going to connect to some of the other locations. So that is the zoo so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know you all had asked for a tour of this. And now that I realize how long it actually took to give the tour so far, I realize we're not going to have time to actually do all the things that I wanted to do today. So the beginning of this episode is very anticlimactic because, or the end of this, because we're not going to actually be able to build this. So I'm giving you guys a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen in the next episode, which will actually be the full otter mutations and the zoo enclosure. So now I've actually got an idea. I want you guys to give me ideas for this otter zoo enclosure, because with your guys' help, we can make something amazing. And I've really been wanting to try and include the viewers and the patrons into the builds and mutations, which I've started doing. So, with that being said, what would you all like to see for an otter zoo enclosure? Do you have any fountain ideas? How should I handle the water issue? Is there slides we could make for them? I don't know. They need an awesome play area because otters are the frickin' best. But anyways, everybody, that is all I've got for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you guys leave some comments down below for recommendations for the zoo to make it better. But anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, don't forget to share your support, smash that like button. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.